Hello children, today in this section, in this series of class 4, we'll be going on with the unit 1. We have done the poem 1, Wake Up. Now we'll go with Neha's Alarm Clock. In this story, that story has been adapted from Girija Rani Asthana's book, Neha's Alarm Clock. And it is a story of a girl named Neha, and whose alarm clock rings at 6 o'clock in the morning every day, and she does not like this. Let us read this story and understand, and then we'll do the exercises. Neha's Alarm Clock. Narrator. You know who is the narrator? Narrator is the one who narrates the story, who tells you the story. Okay? He is the narrator. Narrator. Ring, ring, ring. Off goes the alarm clock at 6 in the morning. Neha makes a face and, covering her ears with a pillow, snuggles under the warm blanket. But she knows she has to get up. She mutters to herself. Now what happens? The alarm clock rings and she has to get up. But as I told you, she does not like to get up from the blanket. And here the word is snuggles. It means to usually lie next to some another person or into some warm thing, and you feel comfortable, you feel cozy, right? So she does not like to get up. Neha, this alarm clock rings, or this alarm clock always rings at 6 and pulls me out of the bed. It's so unfair. Oh, how I would love to sleep a little longer in the morning. I wish this clock would forget its job sometimes. Now, what did she want? She wanted that this alarm clock should just go away and it forgets to ring up in the morning. Now, narrator. Something falls and Neha smiles. Now, what would have fallen down? Neha. Oh, my clock has fallen. How happy I am. Tomorrow I can get up late. Now Neha feels so happy that her alarm clock has fallen down. Now narrator. Next morning there is no alarm. So Neha sleeps and sleeps. Right? Where her alarm clock had fallen down. So now Neha thinks that she will go on sleeping and sleeping. But the small chirpy birds. Next morning the small chirpy birds which come to the windowsill every morning find Neha still sleeping. Sill means S-I-L-L. Sill is the lower part of the window. Here, this is the lower part of the window. This is windowsill. So, the birds which used to come daily to her, now they find that Neha is still sleeping. Now birds. What did birds say? Wake up, dear. Wake up fast. Narrator. Neha gets up with a start. Neha. Oh no. If it's not the alarm clock, it's these birds. Why don't they leave me alone? Now Neha is so much in bad mood. Why did these stupid birds wake her up? Narrator. Even this wish of Neha's comes true. The next morning, there is not only no alarm clock, there are no birds either. Now the next day, birds also don't come. But there is someone else who does not want her to miss the school bus. Can you guess who is it? The big bright sun. He fills Neha's room with a warm smile. The next day, who comes to wake her up? Now it's the turn of the sun. You can see sun, it has come up. And now, Neha, oh my eyes. Now it's the sun waking me up. Why can't he let me be? Now Neha says, क्यों परेशान कर रहे हो सूरज बाबा? क्यों नहीं मुझे मेरे जैसा रहने देते? Now she scolds sun. Narrator. Even this wish of Neha's comes true. Next morning, the sun is behind the clouds, so Neha snows till she hears her mother's voice. Now, the next morning, the sun also does not come. It was a cloudy day next day, so Neha does not get up. Snows means that sound which comes up while we sleep. It comes through our nose when we breathe, and there is some barrier while breathing in during sleeping. That time we snore, kharate marna. Now mother, wake up, sleepyhead. You will miss the bus. Now you remember where did this word came? This word come? Sleepyhead. This word came in the poem Wake Up you sleepyhead. Okay. Sleepyhead is a person who is always lazy. Now, wake up, sleepyhead, you'll miss the bus. This was what mother said. Neha, oh no, why does mother have to wake me up? Now, this was the time when Neha, this girl, she did not want her mother even to create problem for her, because she did not want to wake up. Now, narrator, there is no escape now. Neha gets up and gets ready. Can you imagine what happens the next day? Neha wakes up with a start. Her watch says it is 6 o'clock. She calls out to her mother. Neha, Ma, who woke me up today? Now Neha gets up at 6 o'clock the next morning. Neither alarm clock, nor birds, nor sun, and not even mother wake her up. But she woke up herself. Then she asked her mom, Ma, who woke me up today? This is an interrogative sentence. Narrator, mother smiles. Mother says, who else? You, of course. Now this sign, this is exclamation sign. So this is exclamatory sentence. And declarative sentence is a simple sentence which tells you something. Neha, but I was sleeping. How could I? Mother, now tell me, why do you eat your lunch every day at 1 in the afternoon? Neha says, I feel hungry. Mother asks her, how could I get up? I was feeling sleepy, and but I woke up at 6 o'clock. How could it be? Nobody woke me up today. And mother asked her, why do you eat your lunch at 1 o'clock in the afternoon then? Neha says, I feel hungry. Mother says, why do you sleep at 9 every night? Neha says, because I feel sleepy. Mother says, there is a clock inside you which tells you when to eat, when to sleep, when to wake up. So mother tells her that it is your body clock which tells you, which wakes you up, which rings an alarm into yourself so that you can wake up at a specific time, sleep at a specific time, eat at a specific time. Neha, oh, I better rush now. I don't want to miss the bus. Mother, relax. Today is Sunday. Then Neha says, oh. Now I told you this has been adapted from Girija Rani Asthana's this one. We have some new words. Snuggles, mutters, windowsill, relax. Now I have the meanings also. Here they are. These are the meanings. Snuggles means warm and comfortable position, usually next to some other person. Mutters means to speak in a low, quiet and angry voice. Window is an opening in a building or car which we can see through, just as I told you. Sill is the lower part of a window or door. And relax means to be calm. This is amongst this spelling and vocabulary part. And now we'll go on with the question answers. Now, what time did Neha's clock ring every morning? It's 6 o'clock. What did the birds say? Birds said, wake up. What is inside you that makes you get up at the same time every day? It is our body clock. Now put the letters in the right order. These are the words which are jumbled words and you have to set them. This is smile. When you start doing this, obviously you will come to know. This is window, this is node, morning, alarm, clock. Right? Now, let's listen and talk. Listen to the sounds around you, sounds that you heard, sounds your friends heard. This is a group activity, or you can do it at home also. You try it, right? And now, if there is no clock in the house to wake you in the morning, how will you wake up? Obviously, your parents or someone else in the house will wake you up. What are the different ways of knowing the time during the day? the position of sun during the day. It can tell us the time. What you have to do is you can observe the position of the sun during whole day tomorrow, and then you will come to know at what time does the sun takes place and in what form. These are the word building exercises: mother, birds, clock, alarm, happy, morning, holiday, hungry, Sunday. These words you have to find in the maze and say aloud. Yes, this is a better section. You say aloud with me. Ought, bought, caught, matter, chatter, shatter, tick tock, tick tack, tell, told, tip, tin, train, time, take, tall. Now here we have who said these words and to whom. Wake up dear, wake up fast. Birds said to Neha, Ma, who woke me up today? Mother said to Neha, why do you sleep at 9 every night? Mother said to, Ma, who woke me up today? Neha said to mother. And why do you sleep at 9 every night? Mother said to Neha. Now here we have to use was and were to do these sentences. Was and were. Let me tell you, first of all, I'll tell you what are action words. Action words are the doing words, right? And here, these words, helping verbs, they help the subject to show the time of its action. And is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, all these are helping verbs, and these help the subject. What is the subject? The subject is the topic which we talk about. Then they help the subject to show the time of its action. Now we'll use these helping verbs. Okay, these are helping verbs. Ram dash a good football player. Was is used with plural form, and were is used with the singular form. Sorry, it is opposite. Was is used with the singular subject, were is used with the plural subject. Ram was a good football player, singular subject. Now the cows were grazing in the field. My toys were broken. Her frock was too long. The market was closed. These are singular subjects, so I have used was. The children, it is a plural subject, so we'll use were. The children were happy. The flowers were kept in a vase. Okay. Here, the next one is, look at the pictures below and complete the following paragraph. You'll need these words. Pulled out, inside, called out, behind, under. You know, you have been using these words in mathematics also, right from class 1, in, out, tall, behind, front. What are these kind of words? These are prepositions, and these are the words which are placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relation with some other word in the sentence. They tell the place, the time, the direction, etc. like that. And common prepositions are in, on, at, by, to, with, into, under, without, out of, for, behind, pulled, below, above, between, etc. Right? Now we'll use these words here. Yesterday I lost a book. I looked for it everywhere. I looked dash a door. The girl is looking behind the door. I looked behind a door. I looked inside a cupboard. I looked under a bed. I could not find it anywhere. Then I called out Sheru. Sheru, my dog, came running to me. I asked him to look for my book. He pulled out another book from my bag. This was the picture form. They have used the sight words to describe the prepositions. Now here, this is a clock is given, and you have to write down words relating to clock, the sentence, another word, sound, different parts, times, word in your language, picture. Here the word is morning. You can use the words related to it. And here your lessons finishes off, what you have to do is you have to revise everything and try to do the exercises. All the best.